for joining me for another Friday night live, which I have been sporadically doing. Oh my goodness me. And also, let me make sure, because the fam were so nice to offer their time to be part of the mod squad. And because I am so behind in doing that, I'm going to make some of my moderators because there was an awfully lot of you here last week for Celestial Divinity, and I underestimated how many people will show up. So okay, yay, Feffy added. Let's see here. Yay, Yoga with Mo has been added as a moderator, and whoever else, let me know. I'll be more than happy to add ya on. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Hi, T. Hi, friend. So nice to have you. Now, if it's your first time rolling into a live, hi, welcome. Welcome to Friday Night Live. Again, I haven't been doing them as consistently as I have wanted, but it's all good. Tonight, I just want to talk about Rephr brushes because, also want to disclose this is not a sponsored video. Rephr did not ask me to do this. In fact, I offered to do it. Initially, I wanted to do a more formal edited video, but I figure since the setup has been better that I like to do brush videos live because I could just grab what I have and compare them right away. Whereas in a edited video, I make assumptions like, oh, maybe they will think about this brush when they use this Rephr brush. Whereas now you in the chat be like, Alicia, what is number 5? Does the number 5 look like the Wayne Goss number, whatever? And I could just be like this right there, ready to go. And I have all the details in the description box in terms of the dates. So the dates are as follows. And of course, you can see everything down below post live just as a reminder. But let me make sure, because I turned off my Bluetooth. I don't know if, nope, didn't update. So hold on. Let me go to the email. A huge thank you to Tom for just working with me for forever since I met him, and he flew to New York to meet me and just to explain what Rephr was about. And I'm sure many of you had tuned in to our Behind the Beauty interview with Tom and to get a better idea about the company, because what you sometimes see and read might not be the whole story, or maybe you just didn't get or understand fully the concept behind the brand. And it was really great to have him on the show to touch on a lot of details that maybe many of you were still wondering about. And today in this video, I wanted to now go over the details not only about the launch. The core collection is now, decline. The core collection is going on sale on October 12th. October 12th is Monday. Okay, so you have all weekend to think about it. And the whole big deal about this drop is that the 5 brushes that are included in the core collection, originally priced at $168, will be sold for $80. If you had your eye on these brushes for a very long time, and as Rephr has, as best they try to lower the prices as much as they can for being a small brand, they had wanted to do this for a long time. So they're offering this very, very discounted price to you. However, also down in the description box, if you use the code Concept Store, not an affiliate code, the affiliate links are down below, but the actual code is not an affiliated one. It will allow you early access to the core collection sale. However, starting today, 20% off site-wide for the brushes that are not a part of the core collection. If you had already purchased the core collection and you were waiting out for another event to add to it, well, today's the day. And also, we have Someone sent me an email. I'm like, what was the email? What was that email? Voicemail, I mean. On October 20th, that's when the holiday set goes on sale. And the holiday set includes brushes 23, 24, and 25, which was the improved version of brush number 11. Originally retailed for $216. It will be discounted for $130. And you will still have the 20% off site wide during that sale. And all the affiliation links are noted with an asterisk to know that you're using that. So, how are we doing? It's this limited quantity. They tried to make as many sets as possible, so I think it's inadvertently limited because they're a smaller brand, but they are ready for this sale. They know that it's going to be a huge response, a huge turnover, or yes, turnover, if you will. And they want to make sure that there's enough for everyone. And I thought, why not do a little demo using these brushes? And let me, don't mind me, I'm just reading the comments. Well, you know what? I think it's more so they're at mercy when the brushes become available. And then, of course, when that also affects the shipping when they finally get the brushes. Oh no, they're locked in your office. I'm sorry, Leah. We have to get them back. Hopefully they'll be able, hopefully the shipping will be a lot faster than the Kickstarter campaign because they actually have the brushes to mail out for the sale. Early access starts when you get the email. So if you sign up for their email on their mailing list, they will let you know. Or actually, I think it just starts on the day. And if you have the code, you can start shopping the sale early on. I had let Tom know if he wanted to hop in the chat, if he wanted to, deal with some of the questions that come our way. Because I might not all know all the answers. I don't think Lorraine will be the same delay this time. Hopefully it will not, again, because we're not waiting. These are not pre-orders. So I think the shipping will be in a more timely fashion. I was going to message Tom to let him know that we're live, and if he wants to come on in, he can. Oh, nope. Let me see here. Instagram. Nope. There we go. Type in the right thing, please. Hey, we're live. You're more than welcome to come on by in the chat. I don't want him to think that he needs to come like on the actual live. I don't want to make him nervous. Welcome to coming on in the chat. Okay. All right, here we go. Thank you so much, Emily, for dropping the details. Yes. Hi, Bonnie. What's up? And I will update the info boxes for my previous videos, Bonnie. I have to do that tonight. I have to do it tonight. So why don't we go over, I don't know if you could see, fam, but I have a lot to share. So I have a lot of my brushes on standby. I have the actual Rephr brushes here, so we could take a look. I want to then present the core collection as the actual core collection. I'm trying to get, because I have the short handles too. That's a short handle. I want the long handle though. That's okay. I'm sure you'll get the point, what's included or not. So we got this, a part of the core. Ooh, do I not have? I am so not organized. I am so Not organized, fam. Shame on me. Okay, that is original collection. That is not a part of the original collection. This is part of the original collection. Okay. The core collection right here. This is what we're looking at. We have the number 1, which is the fluffy multitasking brush, as I like to refer to it. Let me stay organized. Mr. Phone, you go over there. Mirror, you go over there. I'm going to put you over here. Okay. Number 2, this is the short handle shader, but the standard handle size is what you saw with the number 1 right here. This is the short handle. And this is typically the one I travel with and I put in my brush book or brush case, if you will. The number 3 is the quintessential pencil brush, which is by far one of the most used pencil brushes in my entire collection. And followed by the number 4, a just gorgeously designed, fluffy, angled brush that is multi-use. And I mean, it's totally dirty because I use the heck out of it. And the number 5, one of the best multitasking brushes that they have to offer, simply because of the pinched ferrule, the oval design, the slight taper on the brush strands, but because it's not too loosey-goosey, and you're like, what does that mean? If I were to maybe present an example of a brush of, let me see here, like the Wayne number 11. The Wayne number 11, I feel, reminds me of the Rephr brush. But the Rephr brush has more bristle, so I find that this is great for foundation. And you might think, wait a minute, why would you use that brush for foundation? Well, undyed goat hair can be used with creams and liquids, whereas dyed goat hair, for instance, a brush that's, let's see, dyed goat hair, where are you? I'm looking for like a Sony G brush. For instance, this type of a brush, this is dyed goat hair. This should not be used with creams or liquids, exclusively powder, right? So you have multifunction purposes with these brushes that not only can you use them with powder, but you can use them with cream and liquid. And I love this brush for foundation. I find it's just insanely perfect. Yes? So that's that holiday set. Now, if you want to take a look at the other brushes included, the 24, actually, it's between the number 5 and the 24. The 24 is what will be available in the holiday set. This is the smaller version of their coveted bronzer brush, which a lot of people compare to the Tom Ford brush. So this is the Rephr bronzer brush. This is, I feel like, the mini bronzer brush, because they have a very similar shaped brush head, except obviously one is smaller than the other. This is great for stippling, hello words, stippling in the foundation because it's super thick. If you were to put it up against number 5, you can see how many more bristles number 5 has, or excuse me, 25 has versus the number 5 brush. Cream products too, a jam if you like cream bronzer. Do you know what I mean? The number, because these are the prototype brushes, I don't have like the actual number, but I'm just going to refer to them as the shape, right? So the teardrop shape brush, which people often associate with the setting of the under eyes, you could also use this to swirl and twirl your foundation on. Okay, you could punch in your concealer. Now what you might run into is that, for instance, this is one of my most favorite BK Beauty brushes, the 108. The 108 brush is synthetic, and the difference between a synthetic and a natural hair brush is that synthetic bristles will not absorb product like natural brushes will, simply because the natural brush fiber has cuticles. And if you want more product on you, then you will use a synthetic brush. You want more of a natural finish. So if you want the brush to purposely take away product because you want more of a natural skin finish, you don't want as much product, not, you know, you don't want to lay it down as heavy, then you could use a natural hair brush and achieve that finish. Other brushes in the line where, let me get the eye brushes, forget it. I want to make sure that these are Rephr and not, you know, something else. They're mixed up. They're mixed up, fam. I can't keep track. These are the, is this one part of the set? I don't really know. No, it's not that one. Oh, I know which one it is. That one's a part of the set. Let's go over these smaller eye brushes. Now, in addition to this, we have, oh my heavens. We have another one that, let me see here. Let me grab, I could pull it out from the set. So this is the smaller brush. You have the 1615, 14, 13, I believe. So the 16 you will use for your general blending. You can even use this to punch on like a light dose of highlighter in the very center of your cheekbone. The number 15, when I used it for the first time, I was blown away. I think this has like more of a dome shape than a lot of my blender brushes of this size, and it just effortlessly just blurs and airbrushes that whatever color, whether texture, matte, shimmer, metallic in the crease. And then you have your smaller brush, which is ideal for smaller eyes because it just gets right into that crease. Thank you. And look how it glides against the skin, so it's not going to pull the skin. And then the medium sized brush, or like the one down from 15, is perfect still for smaller eyes because it just gets right there. It gets right there. The best. And I find with just these, even with two face brushes, I can complete a very comprehensive makeup look, most definitely. And this brush here, this is the, I would like to like a bigger number 16. You could, if you have bigger eyes, you could use this to blend out your crease shade, most definitely. I'm stretching out my legs because when I cross them for too long, they start to hurt. Of course, highlighter, you could also apply a light dose of loose powder, pressed powder under the eyes. Okay. And this brush here, the number, I think, is this number 8? This is like a tapered, it's more tapered than the smaller brush. If you see here, the taper starts closer toward the base, whereas on this brush it starts a little higher. So people even use this for foundation because it takes on like that paddle type of a design and feel. Some people even use it to apply under eye powder. Because of the more tapered design, people feel comfortable applying bronzer or contour onto the hollows of the cheeks. Did you know? And then of course we got the fan brush. Fan brush, not only you could use for highlight, but you could use for buffing. I feel like fan brushes often get overlooked for several more tasks that they can do, but I understand if you see this, you're like, oh, well, just highlight. No, no, no. You could also apply blush, and we could set that up. We could make that happen. Okay? Let me see here. Chad, I just appreciate how you share my enthusiasm. I don't know if those were for me, but even if they're not, I'm just happy that you're here. Don't mind me getting into all y'all's conversation. Woo! All right. With that said, why don't we come in a little close? Oh, that's enough. I think that's good, right? Mm-hmm. What is this hair? Excuse me. I do want to just turn you that way. Forehead. Hello? You know we gotta go in with the SUQQU. A lot of y'all bought the SUQQU. And thank you for using my shop link. I really appreciate it, fam. I mean, you don't, and even for this, you don't have, this is not for you to buy the Rephr brushes. I know it sounds like an advertisement, me explaining dates and brushes. As someone who has done customer service, I want you to feel comfortable about the product that you're not even buying, but you're wondering about. Okay? So even if you're just here to hang out with the squad, don't feel bad about not buying anything. Just have a little bit of fun. Most definitely. Because in the end, this is what we got to do. We got to connect since we can't see each other in real life. So this is the next best thing. The next best thing. I'll apply 035, which I think has been my go-to shade, because 040, it's a little tan, but I like to mix them up. I can't lie. I love mixing them up. So I'll put 040 right next to 035 just so you could take one more look. So you see this 040, it has a little more warmth to it, and 035 is a little lighter. Which one does this belong to? Oh no, I forgot. Oops. Oh well. I forgot where the color went. It's okay. It's okay. Mix them all together. And just so you can see, I will now use number 5 to apply the foundation. You're gonna die. And it's just a nice airbrushed feel across the skin. And granted, it's not gonna lay on the same amount of product like a kabuki brush, right? So just keep in mind, depending on the coverage that you're looking to achieve will determine the brush that you should use. This is what I'm saying. Look how easy that is. And you could just swirl and twirl. You could pounce, work in a little more product on the areas that need a little more coverage, like this. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Nancy. I appreciate you, friend. So nice of you to say. Okay. And now, so this is where you evaluate. You're like, okay, where, like here, for instance, I got leftover product, and then I'll punch that in like so. And again, I love using brushes like this for my foundation because I don't typically like to wear a whole lot. I know people like to lay on the coverage, and it's so soft. Like when I do this, it doesn't feel prickly against the skin. And on portions of the face that need a little more, I can take the smaller brush and just work around the nostrils here and around the mouth. Yes, most definitely. And I appreciate you, Mo, for being here. Thank you. Okay. Think that's good. I love how that looks. What do you think, fam? Number 5, low key, definitely should be used for foundation. Most definitely. Like, now I need a little bit of, when I encounter a portion that needs a little more, I'll just take whatever leftover and use my finger, because I don't like a lot of foundation here. I feel because this is where, my unibrow used to be. So I have a lot of texture here from the hair follicles. And when I put too much foundation on that area, it could look a little cakey. So I leave this part for last and just put barely enough. Yes? Thank you Ooh, I saw a comparison request. Let me get my towel open so that I could actually use it. This is an old Diva Curl towel that I now use to wash, well, not wash, but do this with. Let me scroll up. What sort of goat hair are the brushes made of? SUQQU, and could you try to classify the softness degree like given? I don't know if I'll be as good as CD Japan, because CD Japan as well as Fude Beauty and Visage USA, they break it down. But in terms of roll, I know for sure that SUQQU goat hair, although soft, thank you, Rachel. I appreciate you, friends. Thank you so much. Thank you. You are the best. I appreciate that. That although SUQQU hair, try that again, Alicia. SUQQU goat hair is soft compared to a squirrel hair brush. Like, hold on, let me get it out. Like the coveted Z1 from Chikuhodo, this is much softer, and you could just see the glide. Look at that. It's a different dance. It's a different dance. And granted, I just use liquid with the brush, so the bristles might not be as smooth as like a dryer brush. Let me pick this up just so you can see. But when you go to the squirrel, look at that. However, gray squirrel hair is more suitable for sensitive dry skin types because since it is softer, it's going to glide against the skin a lot more silky than a goat hair brush. People with normal to oily skin types tend to go with the goat hair because it picks up more product. They want a little more powder. They want a little more bronzer, more blush. Even so, people within the normal combination oily part of the skin type spectrum, they like a squirrel hair brush to lay down blush because it's not going to pick up as much product, and if they feel they can never get blush right, then the squirrel hair brush will just lay down a veil of color that you cannot screw up. You can't screw it up. Squirrel hair is just heavenly for that task. And also for buffing, and if you are a drier skin type and you don't like to use loose powder, a squirrel hair brush is going to not lay down as much like a goat hair brush would. So we've now arrived at the concealer portion, and I want to apply, so I'm in the process of editing my September favorites video, which is going to be long, and I just wanted to let you guys know as a warning that my favorites video is like a stationery haul in disguise. So like, well, the first 20 minutes, I'm just talking about stationery. And the timestamps will be there. You could skip over to the beauty portion right away. You don't have to see that part if you don't want to, but I need to let you know because I was editing it this morning and I'm like, Alicia, you've got to be kidding me. You spent so much time talking about pencils, pens, and planners. But that's what we like. Oh, excuse me. You're being loud, Alicia. Excuse me. And with that, I presented in the demo for that video the Intense Cover Concealer from SUQQU in number 12 because I had mentioned in my original SUQQU video that 15 was just right as like my skin tone under eye cover, but I wanted something a little brighter and lighter, which is not typically something Japanese makeup goes for. Like they're not about the ultra brightening under the eye, but I just wanted to experiment. And with that said, I'm going in with number 15 first. So you could just see the color just as it is. And I'm going to use the small brush from Rephr. I'm going to use that to punch in the concealer. Oh my goodness me. We got a question. Thank you, True Sugar. Do you believe in the whole collection is better than trying to do the individual holiday collections? I think that's a great question. I think it's more so what you think you're going to use If you feel the whole collection covers your entire makeup routine, then definitely. But if you feel you already have brushes in your collection that you just need to add to, then buying individuals makes sense, right? If you want doubles, then I don't know what to do. I don't know how to help you. I have doubles because Rephr was really nice to send me the short handles for the set, and those are the brushes I bring along with me when I do travel. So this is my Hakuhodo brush carrier that the size is perfect. The brush handle size is perfect. So the smaller handles, great to bring along, I find. The standard size handles can fit here too, but I just like the shorter handles so that it doesn't go all the way to the top and it won't distort the bristles. Going in with number 12 for the SUQQU is a little light. You're like, uh-oh, uh-oh. And I also wanted to show you, if you wanted to blend out a smaller dose, if you will, I will go in with my number 16 brush. Number 16. And just use that to whisk in. See? You could use this brush for concealer as well. I think this is more appropriate if you don't apply a whole lot of concealer. If you're applying like a huge dose, then yes, it makes sense to go in with the sponge to take some of that product away. But typically though, I have been using less and less concealer and find that I don't need to rely on a sponge to blend that out, but that's not bad. Now, we're not done with the cream portion, okay? We got to put on our bronzer, number 18. I've been using these nonstop, fam. They really just taken over my routine full on. Like, I feel bad for my other concealers. I still have my Dior, my Hourglass, my Pat McGrath, which I still love. I love all of them. But ever since this came into my life, I've just been swept off my tootsies, okay? Now, a brush I love to use to blend this out with is number 4. Not the original number 4. Rephr's number 4. There you go. Okay. Hold on. Let me see here. We got messages. Thank you, Alicia. I appreciate your Venmo. Thank you, friends. Okay. Oh, good. Tom's in the chat. Ooh. So see how the wedge design fits beautifully into the cheekbones. And you could also swirl and twirl a little bit. Done. I want to use, I jump the synthetic and synthetic and natural, because I know for a fact that cream and liquid products do have more wear on natural bristles. That's why it's imperative that you wash them. Synthetic, they could take a lot more abuse for sure. The liquid and cream products are not going to wear on them like they do on natural fibers, but I insist on using a natural fiber brush for a cream application like contour and cream bronzer, because it takes away some of the product and it leaves behind the perfect finish. Chrissy Lee, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. What kind words. Thank you. So nice of you to say. Hey, Vicky J. No, get it. I'm a bad friend, Vicky J. Yeah, I got the highlighter. I got the 3 PML quads in the highlighter, most definitely. I bought that. Scrolling down. Hey, Rephr team. What's up? Thank you for joining. So fam, if you have any questions that I can't answer, we got Tom in the chat. Thank you so much for helping us. Tom is one of the founders of Rephr. And that's a great question if you don't know. And he is the first team member that I met back when Rephr first launched. Okay, that's it. Friday is PML day. Basically. Hello, Jenna. Hi, Jenna. Thank you for popping in. So nice to see you. All right, I'm back on track. Which one of the 3 p.m. You know what? I gotta say, I'm excited for the Interstellar one, the blue one. Now I know it has blue blood in it, which is found in Decadence, but I'm looking to compare that to her old holiday a 6-pan palette, the Dark Star palette. It has some of those vibes, but it's more edited. I can't wait. I do what I can. Thank you so much. So kind of you to say. Ooh, don't mind me. I'm just reading. Okay. How we're looking. You know, it's incredible because today is a little colder. My skin a touch drier. So the cream foundation definitely dried down to more of a satin finish today. Most definitely. Because the weather's been weird here. NYC some days is like fall cold and other days is like a little summer hot. But today I think is like an actual true fall temperature, fall humidity appropriate day. So because of that, like the cream foundation definitely dried down nice, very nicely. This shade of the Intense Cover Concealer, number 18, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Let us now sheer loose powder time. Okay. Oh my gosh. It's kind of like when you find something you love so much after you've used so many products, you don't want to use anything, like you don't want to try anything else. And I know that's dumb to say because having my channel and trying out new products for you guys on all y'all's behalf, because you know you gotta see it in action before you commit, and I totally understand that. It's like I don't know if we could get better than the SUQQU powder. I don't know. If you're wondering, because we use this brush to apply the liquid concealer, all you need to do is release the leftover liquid pigment from the bristles by just gently rubbing on a microfiber towel, and then you can switch the medium. We're going right into powder now. Here we go. Wham bam. Ta-da. Ta-da. Oh, you know what? I need to I'm just thinking in my head. I'm scheming right now. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. I'm gonna place this powder on. Okay. So soft. My camera, so someone was like, you're distracting to look at because you keep looking at your laptop this way. So I get that. It could be distracting. So I'm trying a different setup. And because of that, my camera is not as close to me. So I can't really, I could do this. Hmm. 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 I hope that's okay. I just, I just love to powder. I love this powder. I love it. It's so good. Okay. If we wanted to switch, oh, perfect opportunity. I also like to use fan brushes to apply loose powder with. Look at that. Done. You're done. You just spank it on. And because of the wider surface area, I feel you just get more coverage that way. And look, this is perfect to get the loose powder around the nostrils. You kidding me? And this is, I remember when a lot of Patrick Star tutorials, he used to use the fan brush down the bridge of the nose. I thought that was a great roll for this brush. So we've powdered enough. Powdered enough. And with that, I think we all want to see the big Mama Jama brush. Are we ready? That's it. Let me hear it again. I had to. That was the plan. That's what I was scheming. Okay, done. The surprise is over. This brush is luxe in tool form, let me tell you. Because the base is done, my eyebrows have been microbladed, so I don't really need to do anything with them. I might give a little zhuzhing though. They need a little zhuzh. It's been a week since they got microbladed, so I need to make sure that I don't peel anything. You gotta let it scab. You gotta leave it alone. You gotta leave it alone, fam. Here we go. And this is, I'm just brushing the hairs up. I don't want to manipulate anything. Oh, too much. There we go. Fantastic. Now, where were we? Oh, yes. This right here. We got a lot of product. I felt like we have a lot of new things that we can see in action again, but you know what I want to do. I mean, should we use anything? Should we really be using anything else? No. This color right here, Linda, friend, thank you so much. Pear character dancing over a rain of confetti and taking his hat off to say you're me. Thank you, Linda. I appreciate you so much. So generous of you. And I agree. Ayana, most definitely. And also, I feel if you don't know where to go, and Rephr is definitely comfortable with the fact that they are among several other brush brands. Chikuhodo, Hakuhodo, Sonyoji, Wayne Goss. Now Bristles Beauty is in the picture. We got a lot to rotate through. But I feel that what Rephr does very well is the edit and the curation. So if you can't, because Chikuhodo has a lot of lines, and you could love the brushes they offer, but it's like, where do I go? I can't get into that right now. But with Rephr, you only have 5 brushes in the collection, it just forces you to be creative. It forces you to really get to understand the brushes, why they were designed the way they were, and encourages you to place a little more, right? Because I only have these brushes to use, I figured out other ways to use my fan brush except just for highlighting. And now I kind of expanded the task list for my brushes without actually having to increase the number of brushes that I have within the Rephr brand. Obviously, I have too many. But that's just to say, if you were a first-time buyer of Fude and you didn't know where to go, Rephr is a great place to start. And now we got this beautiful terracotta shade that, oh man, on top of the intense cover. And I just love, the brush is so fluffy that you don't even have to do this. You could just punch it on. My poor laptop is getting all maked up. This color, I can't. It is like orange, but it works. I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't look... Do you feel it looks outrageously too orange, like out of place orange, or it looks like it has been invited to the party? It's not the wallflower. Not that there's anything wrong with wallflowers, okay? I was one. Depending on the party will determine if you're a wallflower or not, and maybe if you are turning into one, that's when it's time to go. I'm like, I'm going home. Goodbye. Beautiful. Beautiful. With the one side I'll use this brush for blush. The other side I will use no. No. I forgot. I just want to say for the foundation portion I could have used the mini bronzer brush, the number 24. Just wanted to put that out there because right now in my arsenal of too much makeup, I don't have a cream blush to apply. That's not true. Hold on. I got this Glowgasm beauty light wand from Charlotte Tilbury. I haven't used this in a minute. I just want to give you as many options as possible. And I want to show you this little brush in action. So we put some of the wand. We're going to take try that again. Number 24. And it perfectly pounces on your cream products. I especially love this for cream blush because the width of the brush just fits the cheeks beautifully. That's it. That's it. And now, since we applied some cream products, we could go in with our blush. And why not? I'm trying to spread the love here. We got the Wayne Goss on standby, so we use the SUQQU for our bronzer. Let me go in with Coral Rose. I'm going to do Coral Rose. Go in with the Teardrop brush in number 8. Take some product and just tap. You can tap and then you can buff by turning the brush on top of its tapered design and whisk away that in that manner. Okay. If you wanted to go a little more bright poppy, we got Blush Peony. Blush Peony. I'm sorry if you hear the phone ringing, fam. I'll go off in a minute. I will now take my fan brush. Okay? And just get it right there. Isn't that pretty? I love. Just enough. I'm going to actually apply on this side too. Beautiful. Perfectly flushed. Ooh, you know what I want to do? Hold on. So many ideas running through my head. Can't decide which one to grab first in terms of highlighter. I kind of want to set up the Dior because we got the Dior on standby, all right? And I want to go in with the Oil Rich Glow Powder from SUQQU. Put that down as our first layer of highlighter because that's how we do. We layer, okay? We layer for impact and dimension. That's it. So with that, let's grab our little one here. Get some of the Oil Rich Glow and just place it right on top of the cheekbone. And the Oil Rich Glow one to just give enough, not too much, you know. Because then I want to go in with a little spritzy spritz with my Hourglass Veil. Ta-da! Make sure I close all my compacts. Too much. Yes, yes. Now, before it completely dries down, I'm telling you, we're spreading the love here, friends. Pure gold. Pure gold is, rose gold also is gorgeous. I will use definitely the smaller brush. We're going to get a little control here. This one right here. Alrighty. This is the one that has like more of the sparklies, but I don't mind the sparklies. I like them. Take this shade here. Just a little bit of the yellow. I know the yellow is like, whoa. But, oh, it's just glorious. I love this. I love this so much. I love it so much. Now, I would always recommend that you don't set your cheekbone just so you can get a little more adherence. Rose gold, we got to. There it is. Did you all see Emily Han's video checking out the Dior? It looked gorgeous on her. I was like, girl, so beautiful. Please. 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 I like to mix these two together. This one is more like a soft opalescent finish. This has more of like the higher impact pink sparkle that you just, oh my gosh. And now I'm using as many products as possible because I anytime I recommend something, I just need to let you all know that I'll be using it, okay? I also want to go in with the Copper Rose. And you're like, where are you going to put that, girl? Let me tell you. We're going to figure it out, okay? We're going to figure it out. Let's use the number... You know what? Number 5. You're like, really? Yes. I'll show you. Choo, 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 choo. It's all about the pat. That's what I'm saying. You don't need much. You don't need much from these. It picks up just enough. And I'm not saying you have to add a glow product to the hollows of your cheeks, but I think it's just something fun to experiment with. You know? And it adds. It definitely adds. Like, we have a lot of on our face right now, and I feel we're doing good. Like, we're not looking too cakey. We're not looking too makeup heavy. You know what I'm saying? I am so happy to hear that, Allison. Yes. Amazing. Thank you for sharing that. Let's see here. In your opinion, which Dior highlighter would be good for texture oily skin? Where I foundation shade Fenty 420. Copper gold, excuse me. Copper gold. This one right here, I think will be a good match. For sure. We haven't even done the eyes yet. It's 50. Oh my gosh, Alicia, you talk too much. We got to get these eyes on, fam. We got to get them on quick. So let me show you. I've been really liking the Mario Master Prep and Set for this very purpose. You see how I could just slap it on and not have to worry about squeezing it out like I do with the Hourglass Veil Primer. It just makes for, and I can mix them together too. It just makes for a more streamlined experience, especially when you are short on time. Okay? And of course, I need to showcase the newest and the latest, which I would still like to film a dedicated video for. Is this it? Yes, it is. The new SUQQU holiday. In number 136. You know I had to go there, fam. You know I had to go there. No other than which color should we go in with first? Number 15, Rephr. I like going in with the number 15 first. It picks up a little more than number 16. Ooh, let me try. I want to do this hot pink moment. Oh, yes. That's pretty. This brush is the perfect marriage between fluff and density. It picks up enough product to lay it down, and granted, I know this is more of a satin texture and it glides really nicely, but look at that. I could actually just keep it here, put something on the lid, mascara, and be done. But you know how I roll. I do too much. This is now, let me see, so many brushes. Here it is. Number 16 with the lighter pink shade. Oh, so pretty. I'm going to use that to blend out the edges of that magenta. And look how that just blurred the edges beautifully. Going through the comments. And if we want it, I'll go back in with my number 15 again. Now, if you wanted to see the number 1 in action from the core set, I think this brush is phenomenal multi-purpose, right? You could pack it on and turn it on its side and whisk away. Also ideal for the lower lash line. See that? Pow. Hi, Pauline. No problem at all. Happy to have you. Hi, Orca. What is up? I'm sorry if I'm just getting to saying hello to the squad. I'm like so behind because I'm yapping away. Okay? And I actually like to take the number 1 for more intense shades like the matte, for instance. I'm picking up the matte. I'm starting on the lash line, tapping that on up towards the outer V, and I just want a little bit of shadow there. But again, because the brush still has a little bit of fluff to it, it lays down and blends at the same time, which I really appreciate. And then if you want more precise application of color, you take the 13 and just kick it right under there. If you want the deeper shade on the lower lash line, and I'll bring it up and around to connect. And I want to take this sparkly shade, so pretty, and place that on the lid right there. Wow, that's beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. I love taking our little, one of my most favorite pieces from the entire Rephr collection is this pencil brush, the number 3. right on the inner lower lash line you see here, as well as the inner corner. Whoop, don't mind me. Just gotta take that little burger, the eye burger out. And if you want, you can go back with the number 15 and zhuzh more of the magenta satin just to get a little more pink in there. But depending on how soft you like it will determine how much you apply. And on this eye, we'll do the second holiday quad, the number 135, which I'm very excited about because it has the magenta. I guess that one was fuchsia. This is more magenta. My colors are off. And then you have like this coppery, like, what is that shade? I can't even tell. I don't even know. Flabbergasted. This color right here. And because, listen, I'm using the same number 15 we use on that eye. I'm going to wipe it on my microfiber towel. Take that magenta shade. Beautiful. Leah. She's like, we don't sound like that. Oh my gosh. Ooh, that's a pretty color. Wow, they nailed this color. And it's still soft. This is what I appreciate about SUQQU. They're bringing in the more punchy hues, but the way they apply is not intimidating at all. That is gorgeous. Simply amazing. Number 16. Just to get a little more fluff. Amazing. That's a gorgeous color. Ooh. This shader brush right here. With this shade right here, please. I'm not ready. Oh. You know what this color reminds me of? It's like a softer, more orange, no actually, more coral leaning Saturnalia from either Star Wars Dark Galaxy from Pat McGrath or her now Celestial Divinity. That went on so, and this brush right here, their shader, which is smaller than the one that comes in the core collection, but this one, don't sleep on it either. You know why, fam? Because I use this also, and I'll pick up the magenta shade for lower lash line smoke, and it keeps it tighter toward the lashes, as opposed to the 01 that's fluffier. So it's going to give me a little more blend, which I prefer because that's just how I like to wear my eyeshadow. But you can choose however you want to apply it. And because I don't have my glasses on, I'm like, where's the brush? There it is. So the number 1 is, I feel, more appropriate for instance, I'm taking this pink, like sparkly shade, and I'll place it right here. Perfect if you don't want to use the number 3 and you want a little more application of color here on the inner lower lash line. So pretty. Going back with number 3 with that same sparkly pink shade on the inner corner. And just to do something different on this eye, whether it be this brush or the number 3, I'm going to take this plummy toned matte and punch the lash line and create kind of like a smoky wing stitch. I love this brush for lash line shadow application. It's super thin, but it has really nice glide, and it won't pull the skin. It'll just place the shadow right where you place the brush. And I like to stamp it on a little higher with it. I love. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. We're almost done. And just as I mentioned, this brush right here, wiping it off, and actually I'll take the powder from Mario's Master Preppin' set and just kind of use this brush to feather the edges of that magenta shade just to make it a little more smoother and airbrushed. And like I think that's just the one of the most easiest ways to kind of like fix your overblending, because that happens to me a lot. A lot. And if you find you're like, oh, I blended away too much, then go back with the color you use, or you could go in with your blush palette. You can go in your blush palette and just mix and match to your heart's content. Number 15 is, I think, my most favorite eye brush from Rephr, because it was the first eye brush I ever used from them. And it's like, man, there's something special about that brush. I haven't quite detected the specifics in terms of the actual brush density and the bristle length, but man, it's so soft but being perfectly dense at the same time. No other than Mama's Dark Star. I'm still on the fence about the Pillow Talk mascara. I haven't quite grasped my feelings about it. I appreciate how it curls my lashes. I mean, it pumps them up. I have footage of me applying the Pillow Talk without me curling my lashes. It gets them up for sure, but I don't know how I feel about it when I start building on it. It's still in the air, you know what I'm saying? Do 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 do. Oh, my mascara face. My mascara face is hideous. Oh, T, are you inquiring about the eyeshadow? How to step out of the live. Welcome back, friend. Can someone tell me what is on her eyes? Well, T, so nice of you to ask. Oh, I applied the number 136 on, yes, this eye. Uh-huh. And then the number 135 on this eye. No, that's a lie. On this eye. We got that color here. That color on the crease. I'm telling you, man. I haven't been using anything else. My gosh. My poor other makeup. Yes, Peffy, I agree. Weird mascara face is the absolute best. Oh, the scrunchiness of it all. Okay. There we go. There we go. We're getting places. We're going places. You know what I'm saying? Oops, sorry, Mr. Mike. Alright, alright, alright. Typically, I wouldn't use a dark star on my lower lashes because unfortunately it does transfer. I'll use my Hourglass Unlock, but you know, since I'm not gonna keep this on for long. I left one Fluid Fog over at Bay's house, but I do have 103. Oh, the name of it though. Aya emailed me the name. Come on, Aya. Let's see here. That's not your passcode, Alicia. Once we get this lip on, fam, you're free to go. But I want to give you the actual name. Thank you. Okay, inbox. Ayako. Okay, 103 is called Momode. Momodome, excuse me, Momode. Momodome, which is the more mauve. It's the matte formula, but it's not a drying harsh matte. It's, oh my gosh. And it looks better when you let it just sit and settle and sink into the lip. And we're done. We made it. 300 hours later. We got the highlighters on, all the blushes, the concealers, the holiday eye quads from SUQQU, the holiday fog lip, fluid fog in Momodome, 103. Yes. And 10 SUQQU is the other one that's more of like a brown. Yes, SUQQU. That's the one I left at Bay's house. But I do have B-roll of me applying both so you can see the differences in tone and shade. What do we think? The look is complete. And we used all the Rephr brushes. As many as I possibly could so you could get a better idea of what they do in action and what role you can use them for. And again, you do not have to buy anything, but this live was just to serve the purpose of, I know we didn't do a lot of comparisons, but oh good, Jenna, I need to wash my brushes. Ooh, that's going to be a very overwhelming, daunting task, but it needs to be done. It needs to be done. Maybe she's nostalgic for the, yes. Oh, what a great era. Izzy, I miss it. Thank you so much for joining, fam. I know I didn't do a whole lot of comparisons, but I think the main comparison is that all the brushes from Rephr are undyed synthetic, or excuse, lies, undyed Psycho goat hair. There are no synthetic blends. It's all natural fiber, all natural hair, and they're multi-use in terms of the medium, in terms of the role in your makeup routine, comprehensive. And even if your makeup routine is super elaborate, you will get it done. Without a doubt, you will get it done. Most definitely. I'm happy I was able to use some of my most recent favorites so you can see them in action again. You're going to see them in action over and over again in my favorites video that's coming up. I would like to drop it either Saturday or Sunday. And again, I think I spoke about, the differences between Wayne Gossen and Sonia G. Sonia G is a lot more curated. The designs are so thoughtful. So if you have a hole in your makeup routine and you need a brush to cover it, then you'll probably find it with a Sonia brush. But if you don't know where to go with Sonia, because I understand that Sonia has a couple of sets and you're like, don't know if I want to go that route, maybe I'll start with Rephr and then I'll eventually make my way to Sonia, or make my way to Wayne, make my way to Chigoto, however you want to do it. Bottom line is, you're not going to be disappointed. You're not going to be disappointed. I mean, these are still top of the line. uh, they will just seamlessly find their way into your routine, and you will notice to how quickly your makeup gets done. And I think that's more highlighted in your eye makeup routine. The blend is fast. The blend is super fast. Before, when I used even natural hair brushes that were handmade, that the tips of the fibers were cut, my eyeshadow will be muddy, and it will all like just sit in a weird way here on the outer corner, and it wouldn't move. Ever since I used natural hair brushes, the game has changed. And if you feel you don't blend eyeshadow well, the tool will help you blend better. That is the whole point. You will find that the blend is easier, the blend is better, not only for eyeshadow, but for cheek products, for complexion products, the way your powder applies on your foundation. It doesn't sit, it just looks seamless and skin-like still, despite that you're wearing makeup. I can go on, but I don't want to keep you any longer. We're way past the hour mark. I know you have a lot to do, and you have the rest of your evening or rest of your morning. You have to go to bed. If you are in the UK, for sure, I think it might be 17 p.m. over there. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. By the way, for anyone who is interested in the core collection, we are a bit ahead of the schedule. We might soft launch later tonight or early tomorrow. Aren't you so happy, you guys? This was not planned. I knew nothing about it. Like, Alicia, you knew. I know nothing. I know nothing. This is news to me. This was news to me. All links will be down below. Thank you, Emily Orr. Eeyore. Thank you, Eeyore. Thank you, Yoga with Mo. Thank you, Fefi, for moderating, helping me out tonight. Get out. Thank you so much, Makan. You're so generous. Thank you, friend. I appreciate you. And I think there was another one I missed. Or maybe not. My eyes are playing tricks on me. Okay, good. I'm making sure I don't miss any super chats and saying thank you. So keep an eye out, fam, for that surprise. However, listen, I'm going to be looking out for it too. Doubles of everything. Yeah, because she is with that hammer. I guess we would never know. We have to keep our eyes open, Ayana. I know nothing. That'll be a fun surprise too. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Jenna. Thank you, Lorraine, Pauline. Thank you, Orica. Thank you, everybody. Sharon, Lynn, all of our squad members. Izzy, maybe I'll see you Sunday. Anyone wants to come to flex? I'll also have my class link down below if you all want to come to class. I'm taking next week off, but I will be teaching tomorrow, 11 a.m., and Sunday at 2 p.m. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Izzy. Thank you for putting the link. You're so nice. Have a great rest of your day, afternoon, or evening. Have a great sleep if you're on your way to bed. And I will see you on the internet soon. Thank you again, Tom, for hopping on the chat and helping us answer all the questions. And until then, fam, I will see you soon. Bye-bye.